Service provider contractual security. So these are basically the common contract types that to work with third parties you would see. The granddaddy of them all is really the SLA, which is called a service level agreement. And in a nutshell, basically, it spells out what availability of the service will look like for the contract with this particular vendor. Contracting with a video service provider, and they in their SLA it says that you will have 99.9% uptime of the video. Then they have to provide 99.9% uptime. Another example would be, let's say you have an IT security agency, and they in their SLA spell out that they'll be available 24/7 for phone calls or emails or texts or whatever way you contact them. They have to be available for that time. I don't think all SLAs don't necessarily aren't like 99.9% or 24/7. They could have different ratios and different things spelled out. But basically, if that third party vendor violates the SLA, then it's possible you could cancel the contract or be compensated for the loss of that uptime or whatever it is that you lost out on. Attestation, it means that a company will hire a third-party service to attest to the fact that the company follows security standards. So if you contract with them, that you'll feel secure that the company actually won't lose your data or do something ridiculously insecure. They might also bring on penetration testers to verify their security posture. So some examples, I have a company called, let's say it's like Daniel Hosting, that wants to host websites. And if you want to host your websites with me, you could hire a third party who can verify that Daniel Hosting is totally secure and would be impossible to hack into and all that stuff. So that's an example of attestation. I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing that right. Attestation. Another example would be if I'm a company that handles credit card transactions, PCI qualified security assessor, that's a QSA, may be hired on to validate that I meet the PCI DSS, which is the Payment Card Industry Digital Security standards. Beyond that, there's something called a right to penetration test, right to audit, and some companies prefer to do their own audits and penetration tests or penetration tests of a company who they want to engage with to test their security posture. And it's possible to do that, but you definitely need that to be written, ironclad, written down before you conduct a test like that. And that's what the right to penetration test, right to audit is.